Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the John S. Knight Center for tonight's action-packed roller derby doubleheader, brought to you by Monster Energy. My name's Blazing Bobby Jennings with your color commentary, and by my side, calling the play-by-play, the voice of Akron Roller Derby, Mad Dog Madron. For tonight's first contest, the visiting team, hailing from Youngstown, Ohio, please welcome the Lil Steel Derby Girls. Number 0.393, it's Batterfly. Number 9, Berserka Salt. Number 200, Betty Bowdit. Number 19, Brute 60 Kicks. Number 50, Gulina. Number 8675, Jenny Crash. Number KO, Knockout Natalie. Number 8U, Leannibal Lecter. Number 6.3, Psycho Anna Lust. Number 925, Sue Shi. Number 34, Tama Maniac. And number NC17, Malpractice.
And now, brought to you by Monster Energy, and making their debut right here at the John S. Knight Center. Get on your feet and make some noise! From the All-America City, from your Rubber City Roller Girls, it's the Rubber City Renegades! At number AK-47, from out of the rabbit hole, it's Allison Rollerland. At number 105 degrees, sponsored by Papa's Bunch and David Nancy Caton, it's the one and only Black Death. Avoid all contact or her fever will knock you out. It's Barbonic Plague. At number 666, no one gets out of here alive, it's Sin City. At number 682, it's not about the thrill of your spill, she's all about the hunt, it's Deadeye Hunter. At number 42, she came to kick butt and chew bubblegum, and she's almost out of bubblegum. It's the co-captain of the Rubber City Renegades, Georgia Romero. Number 96, don't be fooled by size alone, she packs a punch, it's Hit 'em Low. At number 4, sponsored by Abby Normal, glamorously classy and viciously sassy, it's Jackie O'Sassin. At number D20, she rolls nothing but crits, so watch out because she may be hazardous to your health. It's May Be Hazardous. At number 14U2, sponsored by Ohio Used Guns, click, click, if you mess with her jammers, boom, it's MC Hammer. At number X6, sponsored by Meehan Graphics, she's small and mighty and creates havoc, it's Mighty Mayhem. At number P40, sponsored by Frank's Place on Market, the meat wagon's on standby so you can get treating after an unfortunate run-in with Nastily Beating. At number 1881, you better turn your head before she knocks you dead, it's Painful Grace. At number 3, sponsored by Game Night Mobile, in this game the guilty will be punished, it's Punisher Pixie. And at number 114, no pain, no fear, something unstoppable, it's the captain of the Rubber City Renegades, Sindinator. The coaches for the Rubber City Renegades at bench coach, Slap, Crack, and Pop Her. And the head coach for the Rubber City Renegades, it's Amy Animal. And don't let me forget, at 89.7 FM, it's Saucy Minx, the referees for tonight's bout from Queen City. Shock Her, Senior Wiener, and Nita Doobie from the Neo Roller Derby. Grizzly Bear from the Rubber City Roller Girls, Ref Boyardee and head ref Frank Necrosis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove any headwear, and join us as we honor our country with the singing of our national anthem by Ms. Diana Cullen.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was excellent. Diana, thank you very much.
Excellent job there. Excellent job.
And now we're gonna kick things out to head coach Soulman of the AK Rowdy Rollers. He's gonna give a short bout demonstration for those in the arena who aren't as familiar with roller derby as others. Soulman, take it away.
All right, folks, welcome to the John S. Knight Center tonight. We got a great game ahead of us. I'd just like to go over the game a little bit for those of you who have not been here before. Just a little explanation of the game. Now you might see on the floor back here, we're going to try to assemble our first pack and our first group of players. A little bit about the game. We field 5 players from each team. 4 of those players will be in the pack, and we have one person called a jammer. The jammer is the point scorer. She's the one with the star on her helmet. So you'll see her out there. Typically these girls are small, fast, and very evasive. So I'm not sure when they're going to be ready to do this behind me here. Can I get the first group on the floor, please? I'd like to do a short demonstration. Thank you very much. All right, now the group in the front is the pack. The person at the front of the pack has a stripe on her helmet. That's the pivot. Typically, the pivots set the pace of the pack, and they try to control the pace of what's going on. The jammers, the ones with the stars on their helmet, are in the far back end. They start 30 feet behind the pack, behind the front of the pack. So when the first whistle blows, the pack will leave the first line. After that last person in the pack crosses the line, you'll hear a couple more whistles, and we start the jammers. Now the objective on the first pass through the pack for the jammer is to get through the pack, be the first one through without scoring any penalties. That person is designated as the lead jammer. They have a special designation because they can actually call off the jam at any given time during the jam. Every other subsequent pass by either jammer, whether you're the lead jammer or not, will score 1 point for each opposing player that you pass legally going through the pack. So I hope this helps a little bit with a basic explanation of what's going on here tonight. I want you to all have a good time, and welcome to the John S. Knight Center for the Rubber City Roller Girls.
All right, thank you very much, Soulman. I think that gave everybody a real comprehensive understanding of what's going on. Now we're about to kick things off. It's the Rubber City Roller Girls, Lil Steel Derby Girls. Bobby, we're about to get things started.
Oh, and it's going to get down and dirty early, Mad Dog, and here comes the pack.
The pack takes off on the jammer line for the Rubber City Roller Girls, number 42, Georgia Romero. For Lil Steel, it's going to be Gulina.
Well, by all accounts, Gulina is a very skilled jammer, but Georgia Romero gets around outside. She will be your lead jam.
With some great blocking effort by Cindinator up front, Georgia Romero has found the lead jammer position, and she is in the wide open, Bobby.
Well, like we said earlier, Georgia has really worked hard this season, Mad Dog, and came came down basically to lead this squad.
Here comes Gulina, and she's through the pack now, but it's Georgia Romero in control. If she can get some blocking from her comrades in the front of the pack, and she does. It's Georgia Romero through the pack. She's got 4 points.
4 big points, and Georgia Romero wisely calls the jam. Nice job.
She's going to call it off and take Rubber City out to an early lead, Bobby. And that's exactly where Amy Animal wants to be in this contest. Get out hard and fast and make Little Steel do the catching up.
Yeah, not every jam's got to be a 12-point jam, Mad Dog. You get up early, you put some points on the board, and you come back to fight another day.
Consistency is key in this game, Bobby. On the jammer line now for Lil Steel, number NC17. That's Mel Practice. Looking at number 682 is Deadeye Hunter for the Rubber City Roller Girls. Both jammers take off. They're chasing the pack at this point. Mel Practice fighting through the middle. Deadeye on the outside. It is going to be Mel Practice, lead jammer. But Deadeye Hunter continues to apply the pressure.
Boy, and I'm telling you, neck and neck, Mad Dog, these two jammers, but it looks like Deadeye is taking a little bit of the lead.
And Mel Practice, as you would say, wisely calling off the jam. That's exactly what you got to do as a jammer when you're not designated the lead. You want to keep applying that pressure so that the lead jammer can't get in there and score points, thus having to call it off.
Well, let's check it out here on the replay screen, Mad Dog. These two were right neck and neck with each other, and with a big pass there, it looked like NC17, Mel Practice, she knew right then and there the wise thing to do was to call it off.
Absolutely. As we line up captain of the Rubber City Renegades, it's Cindinator. Once again, we're going to see Mel Practice on the jammer line. The pack takes off.
You know, early on in the bout, that's not so unheard of, but that'll beat up your jammer real quick.
And Cindinator taking an early lead. She is not the lead jammer, however. A cutting the track penalty has prevented that. That opens the door for Mel Practice. But once again, Cindinator doing the same thing. She's taking the lead in this jam.
Oh, and a big pile up in front, but Cindinator through. And it looks as though Cindinator's now through. 4 points, Cindinator. And 4 points for Mel Practice.
So that puts the Little Steel Derby girls on the board. Mel Practice falling behind. And she's going to call this jam off.
Very nonchalantly call the jam off, Matt.
Well, I think what was happening there, she was looking to maybe drain a little of that Cindinator energy as this bout goes on, calling it off right before she was able to score any points. And possibly a strategic maneuver there. Little Steel on the board with 4 points. Rubber City out to an early lead with 8.
Excellent. 8-4.
And we're seeing now Punisher Pixie, number 3, in her debut bout here at the John S. Knight Center. Number 19 is Brute 60 Kicks for Little Steel Derby girls. Off goes the pack.
And let's see what happens here. Big shot there. Saucy Minx giving a little bit of trouble up front.
And to the outside.
Georgia Romero threw her body in the way there. Not a whole lot going. And it looks like Brute 60 Pigs. Oh, she just about had it. And then forced out of bounds by Barbonic Plague.
Big hit by Barbonic Plague will open the door for Punisher Pixie. She's the lead jammer with a big smile on her face. And now it's about scoring points, Bobby.
And now the Punisher is basically on cruise control, Mad Dog. It's now her jam. She can come in here and score the points.
But it's going to come down to defense or actually offensive blocking on that side. Look for Barbonic Plague, Saucy Minx.